The gambling gods smiling on us over this weekend. Every game a sweat, but no complaints. A win is a win. Saturday, the 18th ever 30-down college football release of my career on SMU. Mustangs opened it even when I released the play, went up to -2. They blew a 21-point first half lead. The game was tied with 9 seconds to go. SMU kicks a field goal, and we get the cover by 1. Sunday, raised the bar, 20-dime release. Biggest NFL play I've had this season. Went with Tampa Bay for a second straight Sunday. Buccaneers fall down by 17 points in the first half. No problem. Tom Brady, 5 touchdown passes. Before the game, Tampa Bay, -7, as I always do. When the line crosses 7, I told you I'd buy down the half point. Did so to -6.5. Tampa Bay wins by 7. We get the cover because we bought down the half point. And then last night, top-rated 15-dime play on Kansas City. Chiefs, 2 touchdowns and a span of 9 seconds midway through the fourth quarter propels us to the win and cover against New England. Hey, no problem. No sweat, right? A win is a win. And now, 10-2 to start the football season, college and pro combined, including a 7-1 start in the NFL. And more importantly, you got all 3 of those winners as the half-price play of the day. Now, today, I think the best bet is in baseball. And it's the early game, going at 4 or 5 Eastern time between the Astros and the A's. As I go for winning day number 17 out of 23, it's another top-rated 15-dime play, number 7 out of 10, just as strong as last night's winner on the Chiefs. And again, you get it as the half-price play of the day by using coupon code HALF, H-A-L-F. Let me quickly update you on that quirky little stat for those of you that are newcomers. I noticed something about 15 years or so ago, where in the first 10 to 12 weeks of the regular season, you will find that the straight-up winners cover the spread at an amazing 85 to 90% clip. And this year is no different. The straight-up winners, thanks to last night's 2-0 sweep, went 12-1-2 against the spread this week. Straight-up winners through the first 4 weeks of the NFL season are 50, 10, and 3 against the spread. And again, I say to you, if we could just pick the straight-up winners, if it was that easy, we would all be mega millionaires. And we wouldn't be doing this for fun or a business if it was just that easy. In terms of the favorites and underdogs, the favorites are 7-6 this week. Favorites on the season, a slim 2-game advantage against the underdogs. You will hear people in this business, so many guys in this business, say, oh, you got to bet the Monday night dogs. Bet the Monday night dogs. It's malarkey. If you go back over the past 15 to 20 years, you will find the Monday night favorites and underdogs are almost a dead even split. There will be many runs one way or another over the course of the years, but they're almost dead even over the past 15 to 20 years. This year, no different. Favorites and underdogs, 3-3 against the spread. If you're looking for a prevalence number, a prevalent trend so far this season, look at the totals. 5 of the 6 games on Monday night so far this year have stayed under the posted price. I want to talk about teasers quickly for a second. I love teasers. I like playing 2-teamers using 6 or 7 points. I think those of you that play exotic teasers or anybody out there that does, you're just throwing money away. Give it to charity. Exotic teasers are a waste of time. My personal preference in teasers, I like taking favorites laying between 6 and 10 points and taking them down. I don't like teasing underdogs. Why are teams underdogs? Because they're dogs with fleas 9 times out of 10. I don't like playing favorites laying 6 points or less because why do I want to make them an underdog? I don't get it. They're only a slight favorite. I like taking substantial favorites between 6 and 10 and taking them down under a touchdown, down under a field goal, down to near pick'em, and I especially like them when they're playing at home. Now, I've had great success playing teasers. You want to talk about a guy who's had even more success than me playing teasers? No ifs, ands, or buts. Well, guys, that would be Shawn Michaels, who last night improved to 5-0 with his NFL teasers here at the site this year alone when he cashed in with both favorites getting the job done as he scored with Kansas City and Green Bay. 5-0 this season with his teasers. His overall record with teasers, and I'm just double checking here the numbers, he is 77-44 with teasers in all sports. That's over like the last 8 to 9 years. He has won 9 of his last NFL teasers going back to last season. If you look at the 3 guys who do best with teasers here at the site, Shawn Michaels, Jay McNeil, Chuck O'Brien, they are a combined 9-1 with their teasers this year. And FYI, all the teasers you find at the site will always be $22. I always discount them. So just something to keep in mind. Okay, let's talk about your complimentary plays. In the NBA tonight, game number 4, clearly momentum has shifted in this series. It started in game number 2 when the shorthanded Heat stayed within the 10-point margin and got a push. Game number 3, you saw them win outright. The problem for the Lakers is the same problem the Lakers had coming into this series, no matter what they did in game number 1 with that blowout win. They are nothing more than a 2-man team. AD and LeBron are going to combine for their 60 to 65 points. But the Lakers don't have depth, and they don't have that consistent number 3 scoring option. And then you've got to rely on a bunch of other guys who are not great shooters to somehow come up with that other 45 points that they need to win. You saw in game number 1 and 2, the Lakers hit like at a 50% clip. They were tremendous with their 3-point shooting, but that is not the Lakers' MO. What you've seen in this series outside of game number 1 is the Heat, their depth, which is really their strong point, has rescued them. Bam and Goran are out. The reserves stepped up, and they haven't skipped a beat. And that, plus Jimmy Butler's heroic efforts, especially in game number 3, has led them to be on the verge of knotting this series. Do I think the Heat can win tonight? No. Because, listen, Butler has played 45 minutes in each of the past 2 games, and I don't think Butler's going to repeat his triple-double that he had in game number 3. But you have a 7.5-point margin here tonight. I think this is going to be a low-scoring game. I can see somewhere like 100 to 95. I think the Heat stay within the number. Would I bet it? No. But I do think the Heat, in a low-scoring game, stay within the 7.5-point number because they've got the confidence, they've got the momentum, and frankly, I think they've got the better coach, too, although he doesn't get as much credit as he certainly deserves. My second favorite play in baseball tonight, outside of the one I'm using, on the early game, again, between the Astros and A's, would be Tampa Bay minus $1.20 against the Yankees. I don't understand the Yankees' thought process here was starting the rookie Garcia, a 21-year-old who's going to become the youngest pitcher in franchise history to start a postseason game. He made 6 starts in the regular season. He had a 4.98 earned run average. Of the 35 hits he allowed in 34.1 innings, 6 of them were home runs. Now, I know the Yankees' bats are booming. In 3 postseason games, they've scored 31 runs with 11 homers. But let's remember, going into the 9th inning last night, it was a 4-3 game. Why Kevin Cash didn't go with one of his top relievers to keep that a 4-3 game, I don't know. But he didn't. But he also has all those arms fresh for today. And today's going to Tyler Glasnow, who has a good fastball, great breaking stuff, just the type of command pitches to throw the Yankees off balance today. And this is a guy who the Rays have won each of his last 8 starts. This is a guy who pitched better on the road than he did at home. His home ERA was 4.85 this season. His road ERA was 3.45. This is a guy who pitched well against the Yankees this year, 3.77 earned run average in 3 starts. 5 career starts, his ERA against the Yankees, 3.70. I'd like the Rays to knot this series and silence the Yankees' bats. And I like the Rays' bats to come to life against a 21-year-old who is in a pressure-packed situation, and I think he's going to fail today. So of the 2 selections, I like the Rays more than the Heat, and that's the way I'm playing it. Good luck, everybody.